I came across this article about a scientist who claims that after studying the issue for 40 years, he doesn't believe free will exists. The article starts by using epilepsy as an example and saying that its cause was initially misunderstood. Some people thought that it was caused by the gods, others by the moon, and yet others by bile on the brain. Today we know epilepsy is a disease. By and large, it's accepted that a person who causes a fatal traffic accident while in the grip of a seizure should not be charged with murder. That's good, says Stanford University neurobiologist Robert Sapolsky. That's progress, but it's still a long way to go. After more than 40 years studying humans and other primates, Sapolsky has reached the conclusion that virtually all human behavior is as far beyond conscious control as the convulsions of a seizure, the division of cells, or the beating of our hearts. This means accepting that a man who shoots into a crowd has no more control over his fate than the victims who happen to be in the wrong place at the wrong time. See what they're doing here? Ethics can only exist in a world of free will. Ethics says that you have a choice, that you have moral agency. Because you have moral agency, you can free yourself from vices. Purveyors of vice, however, want you not to know that. They want you incapacitated, helpless, passive. It's why they started telling you alcoholism was a disease. Diseases are no one's fault. So if you repackage alcoholism as a disease rather than as a vice, it suggests that you're powerless to ever change. Likewise with sexual perversions. They chalk it up to a never-found gay gene. They want you to see dysfunction as an immutable part of your personality. That way, you never think that you can change. This removal of moral agency is even applied to certain demographics, as Don Lemon suggested here.
And you're talking about even with the Atlanta child murders, there were 28 kids who died in 2 years. You're talking about a month, and you have 9 black kids, and the Black Lives Matter movement has said nothing about this.
What does
kind
that
of
have
thing.
to do with equality, though, Terry? I don't understand what that has to do with equality, because listen, there's crime. There are people in those communities those people aren't just being nonchalant about gun violence.
Gun violence? See what he did there? Terry Crews said black on black violence. Don Lemon switched it to gun violence, implying that inanimate objects have agency, not African Americans. Lemon lives in a world without ethics, a world where men have no choice, a world where you can never escape your vice. Such a world is a world where men are never free, because as Epictetus said, no man is truly free who is slave to his vice.